This is a neighborhood in a state of shock. Salahadin in southern Tripoli. For months, the inhabitants have been living in fear of bombings. The night before our filming, one of the tower blocks was hit by mortar fire. 2 children were killed as they slept.
We're afraid. It's terrifying. Every minute we fear we're going to be hit by a shell. We're constantly worried. We don't feel safe.
There's very little independent verification of the toll of this war. Both sides hunt down evidence of crimes against civilians.
That's a part of the bottom of the shell, between the firing pin and the charge. These are imprecise shells, Grad missiles and mortars. Some date back to the Second World War. It's impossible to use them for surgical strikes.
We're here in a very densely populated suburb on the outskirts of the city. You can hear frequently the sounds of the fighting. People here tell us it happens daily. You can hear mortar fire there. And it's especially dangerous after the sun goes down.
The impact of the war is felt throughout Tripoli. The roadsides are stacked with mountains of rubbish. The main landfill site is blocked off by fighting, and garbage collectors are enrolled in militias on the front lines. The UN estimates that at least 120,000 civilians have fled the violence. Here in the neighborhood of Abu Slim, more than 1,000 displaced families are sheltering. Redwan, a former teacher, is now living in this school with his wife and 3 children. They abandoned their home on the front line a few weeks ago.
There was gunfire and mortar shells right by us. My children asked me to leave. They didn't want to stay there. I want to send a message to my brothers in the East and the West. I want them to sit around a table together and find a solution that satisfies both sides. I want to be able to walk safely in the streets.
A wish shared by so many of the Libyans we've spoken to. Since the beginning of this conflict in April, countless lives have been overturned.